This is #Africa. Now, amid fears that a new Chinese coronavirus is rapidly spreading across the world, Lagos Airport has started using temperature monitors, this to check passengers arriving from China. Nigeria is China's top African trade partner, with much travel between the countries.
Nigeria has begun screening passengers arriving into Lagos Airport as fears increase that China's deadly new coronavirus is rapidly spreading. Health officials in Nigeria, China's top African trading partner, began using temperature monitors on Wednesday, checking passengers from China and other high-risk departure zones. It's a move welcomed by banker Akim Oyewole.
I was impressed because I was also already thinking in my mind that I hope Nigeria is getting prepared for this new outbreak of virus that's already been reported in China. And I hope we are as prepared as we were during the Ebola crisis.
Lagos's airport manager, Shin Abba Victoria, said Nigeria was more prepared to monitor outbreaks in airports because of the Ebola epidemic, as that was when passenger screenings were set up.
To us, the coronavirus wasn't just a new thing or a big deal because we have a system in place.
The previously unknown coronavirus strain is believed to have emerged from an animal market in central Chinese city. Officials suspect it originated from illegally traded wildlife.
Angolans are speaking out after authorities said they may issue an international arrest warrant for billionaire Isabel dos Santos. This came after she was named a suspect in a fraud investigation, while the daughter of José Eduardo dos Santos is accused of mismanagement and misappropriation of funds while she was chairwoman of an Angolan oil firm.
Isabel dos Santos, dubbed Africa's richest woman by Forbes, was formally named a suspect on January 22nd. Soon afterwards, Portuguese bank Eurobic said she was selling a 42.5% stake in the company. The following day, another suspect in the probe, Nuno Ribeiro do Cunha, was found dead in his home in Lisbon in what police say was suicide. He was a private banking director at Eurobic, and he also managed Sonangol's account. Dos Santos has various homes overseas, and authorities wanted her back home for questioning. Angolan citizens are speaking out, saying the investigation should expose everyone involved in corruption in Angola, not just Dos Santos.
Acho que o governo todo passado, digo passado porque tinha presidente, agora tem outro. Os governantes todos fizeram alguma coisa, todo mundo tirou o que quis tirar. Na minha opinião, acho que nem só a Tizé ou Zeno dos Santos, ou até o ex-ministro das Transportes Augusto Tomás, que usurparam a casa do país. Acho que ainda há muita coisa por vir, espero que venha mesmo, né? Não é só a Isabela culpada de tudo isso.
Não, eu acho que é importante não termos dogmas, ou seja, não temos tabus. Todo mundo deve ser investigado, todo mundo deve, perante a lei, mostrar os seus fundos. E no caso da Isabel dos Santos, há uma investigação internacional em que ela está a ser submetida e depois devem ser averiguados os fatos.
A Isabel dos Santos está a pagar aquilo que ela fez, não é? Que ela foi fazendo ao longo desses anos todos. Se ela enriqueceu-se à custa daquilo que não é lícito, então deve pagar. Todas as pessoas que cometem crimes devem ser responsabilizadas. Então, ela é alguém que fez parte desse esquema sujo, então tem que ser responsabilizada. Ela só está a pagar aquilo que fez ao longo desses anos todos.
Dos Santos had denied any wrongdoing, say the allegations are politically motivated and aimed at distracting the country from serious issues like economic challenges.
And thousands of Lagos slum dwellers have been forced into a life of homelessness after mass evictions. Residents describe scenes of panic and intimidation. Nigeria's Navy accuses residents of theft and vandalism, but these claims have been refuted. Let's just now take a closer look.
Dawuda Musa was at home in the waterside community of Okun Glass when the gunfire sounded. He says men in naval uniforms charged into the village, forcing residents to run for their lives.
They chased us into the lagoon with our wives and children. At the same time, they told us to pack our things, leave the community. We weren't aware of what was happening. We said to give us time, and they said no.
Nigeria's Navy says it moved in to clear an illegal settlement, accusing some of the residents of vandalizing nearby pipelines to steal crude oil. Standing in the rubble of what was once home to 3,000 people, Musa says he and his fellow villagers were farmers and fishermen, not thieves. Now they are essentially homeless.
They've demolished this place. Our home is no more. We don't have a place to stay anymore. We're just squatting in the community across the lagoon.
Rights groups claim government, backed by the military, clears informal settlements to make way for luxury housing and other developments. But the government has refuted these allegations.
And before the break, let's take a look at other news making headlines across the African continent. We've got more news and views from across the African continent coming up shortly after this break. Do stay tuned.